You are welcome back. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you. From wherever you are joining us tonight. Thank you so much. Read the caption of the broadcast. It don't happen. It don't share. A throwback to when Tinubu asks, where are the cows?
And you are matured enough. We know how it started, where it all started. There are a lot of copycats. How many years ago have we faced insecurity in this country and cases of kidnapping? It's Evans who was arrested and the disclosure thereafter. A Hatchman. I don't want to be political. I will ask you, where are the cows?
Where are the cows? Over 70,000 lives have been lost in the last 9 years alone. More than 5 million people have been displaced by the cows. Nigeria is now battling with food crisis because of the cows. Now we know where the cows are. Now the cows will have their own ministry, including a minister. They ask you, where are you working? I am working in the ministry of the cows, or that of the bandits. Share this broadcast as you are joining us. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Just tell all of them that Mayegun today, it don't land. So good morning to you once again, and good afternoon to you, good evening to you as well, from wherever you are joining us tonight. Nigeria is battling with economic crisis forced on them by the rogue APC, Egbekegbe. But rather than the criminals to stop digging in this hellhole they have dipped millions of people into, they have continued to dig and dig. Austerity is what they are preaching. Luxury, comfortable life is what they are creating for themselves. Today, Tinubu inaugurated what he called a committee that is going to help him set up and stabilize a new ministry. When Tinubu came in, Nigeria was already in the hole, no doubt. However, his promise was to give you renewed shege, or renewed hope. That was a lie. So the renewed hope was that things will be done in a different way. Not many believe him anyway, okay? So he had to force himself on them. Now, Tinubu is the only government in Nigeria history with the biggest, or should I say with the largest cabinet. Yes. He has the highest number of ministers ever appointed by any government in the history of Nigeria right now. Currently, on the last count, Tinubu has appointed, and all this announcement they are making, Tinubu has appointed over 20,000 people who have been given just some bogus, whatever, duplicated portfolios, committee this, committee that. and he continues to create more. This is actually called job for the boys. They will not have any impact on the people, on the citizens, on the population, on the country, except the negative impacts, which is that of the economic part of it. They monetize every problem. And here is something. They are not done. Tinubu currently has 47 ministers, minus Omobeta, that is currently on suspension, Abi. Now he's going to appoint 2 other ministers, one senior minister, one junior minister for the Fulani bandits in Nigeria. Nigeria is a place where the APC, Egbekegbe, is started under Boko Haram. APC, Egbekegbe, came to legalize terrorism. And they have done that so far, where it is the only country in the world that is rehabilitating repentant terrorists, while the terrorism in the country continues to grow, and out of hand, their citizens are being killed and kidnapped almost every hour. But it is the only country that has a package for terrorists to be rehabilitated, and now could help them to end the terrorism as we speak. Because of the terrorism of the Fulanis in Nigeria, when their cows and their guns have invaded farms and killed people, villages ransacked, people chased away from their own ancestral lands, the food production in Nigeria has taken a hit. Nigeria is now among the countries that are now being warned, or among the countries that in the next few months we need to be receiving food support from all over the world, because Nigeria is now facing hunger, starvation, due to the fact that people no longer farm because of these terrorists that are still being pampered. There is a Ministry of Agriculture, even government that planted, that actually, cultivated thousands of hectares of land in northern Nigeria. Some of these farms cultivated by the government of Nigeria, they are now under the control of the terrorists. And even Nigeria have no audacity to go back there and say they want to harvest anything. All of this is happening in Nigeria, and the government of Nigeria classified that as those areas as ungoverned areas, areas that their soldiers won't go to, areas that their policemen won't go to. But you see, those who are Nigerians there, they are now under the control of these terrorists. Now, you have a minister of agriculture in Nigeria, and whether it is farming, whether it is husbandry, animal husbandry, livestock, and all that stuff, they are supposed to be under the Ministry of Agriculture, where there is a minister anyway. But from the blues, Tinubu came out and they said the solutions to farmers-others clashes. That's another lie. In Nigeria, there's nothing called farmers-others clashes. Nothing like that. Because you know why? A farmer is attacked on his farm and most times killed on his farm by a Fulani that is wielding, or by the Fulanis that are wielding AK-47 weapons, guns. But when their media will report it, they will say farmers others clash. How can I clash with somebody on my farm? That is an invasion, an invader on my farm. So their media continue to report it as, and their politicians, farmers others clashes, farmers others clashes. And now only the farmers, they die. Farmers, the farmers' villages, the farmers' family, they are those being slaughtered. So the solution is, let us create the ministry for them. Maybe now that they can have the ministry of a banditry and their victims, the farmers, that should be the solution. Just about 2 days, yesterday, in case if I ask you who is the Minister of Agriculture for Nigeria, do you know him? Don't worry. He was on TV yesterday talking about agricultural revolution of Tinubu. People are hungry. People are starving. There is more. But let's start with this.
Let me start by saying that when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was sworn in May 29th, 2023, he took courageous and bold steps in trying to put the country on a straight footing. A situation where he found a very shaky economic situation. Those courageous steps, of course, cannot be effected without some hardships. And he has said time without number that just give me that patience, that tolerance, and we'll be on the straight path. And I think we're beginning to see some of the effects of what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the steps that he has taken. In the agricultural space, believe me, we have never seen investment opportunities and the enthusiasm that investors have exhibited, especially within the recent times, that we have seen, people coming from even outside. Saudi Arabia has been here, and they're willing to partner with Nigeria in the agricultural space. So we have seen also steps taken by the government, especially look at, for instance, the CNG program. The CNG is aimed at reducing the cost of transportation because of, one, the removal of subsidy, and two, because we still import the fuel and it's dollar-based, and because of the exchange rate fluctuation, the CNG uses 25% off cost of normal petrol. So these are giant steps and investments that the president has taken to alleviate the sufferings of the people. Let me differ a little bit, because from my point of view, from where I stand and where I operate, I have seen a lot of enthusiasm from state governors. We have seen, even at the ministry, visitation by almost 17 state governors who have come to seek for partnership between the federal government and the subnationals in terms of the agricultural support. What, in effect, Mr. President did on Thursday last week was to sit down with the state governments and say, listen, this thing, we're all together in this fight. And in fact, actually, he clearly told them that the land is with the states. So we have a food insecurity problem, and we should all join hands. And he commended a lot of them. Let me start by saying that when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was sworn in.
Nuisance, Lily.
I mean, in fairness, please, so that it won't be just maybe I am the one who is so irritated. Could anybody please tell me one single, that giant step that he said Tinubu has taken on agriculture and they are beginning to see? Did anybody pick that up from what he's saying? Did he mention any giant step like, this is what we have done? This is the investment we have in agriculture? Like specific? I know he didn't, but I don't believe, I mean, I don't want to kind of make it look like I am the only person who didn't hear him. That's what they do. See, let me tell you, when the president Tinubu came in, we know that our people have the problems of food, but we have taken bold step, very giant step, and he said you should give him time, and very giant step, and we are already seeing the results. What is the giant step? What are the results? So if you ask a normal bastard, a bat idiot, the next thing it's going to tell you is, oh, can't you see? Can't you see all the thing that the government is doing? Say, I am asking you to please tell me one or two. The fertilizer, the farming. Say, where? Be specific. Then he'll probably begin to remember some of the nonsense is read online from their APC, Egbekebe, hired online sellers. Then he will want to kind of repeat them, but ask him where. Be specific. What and what? It's unfortunate, though. So when Kolu during their campaign, this is the most I got from what Kolu told the farmers that were being killed, as well as the Fulani terrorists that were killing them. Miyeti Allah. I don't know if you all remember this.
Hope is now renewed. Confidence is back. Help is here. Prosperity is with the farmers, and they are all here. A promising future that is greater than gold and diamonds is in the heart of the subject matter of today.
Yeah, that's the one that hired the one you heard earlier. So who do you think is more like moron? Which one do you think is more moron between them, or they are just of the same level? Just are the people deciding and making decisions for Nigeria. So after 1 year, when more farmers have been killed, more farms have been destroyed, Nigeria is facing food crisis. The solution to farmers' others clashes is a new ministry with 2 brand new ministers on the way, as well as other, now they need to settle them down so that they can talk to the bandits and talk to the farmers so that everything can, for peace and prosperity. Anyway, Kolu, tell us about this new ministry. Go on, Mom.
The name, the intellectual capacity, the fact that majority of this, of those of you have great experience and you want Nigeria to prosper. First and foremost, to provide impetus to enable Nigeria to finally take advantage of livestock farming, dairy product, cold chain logistics, collectively offer substantial commercial and economic advantages. We have seen solution and opportunity. With this adversity that had plagued us over the years, and I believe the prosperity is here in your hands. The dairy industry contributes significantly to nutrition and food security by supplying essential proteins and vitamins through milk and its derivatives such as cheese, yogurt, butter, and economic advantages. Efficient cold chain logistics are crucial in maintaining the quality and safety of these perishable goods from farm to market thereby reducing food waste and ensuring a steady supply. This sector will boost agricultural productivity, enhance export opportunities, and stimulate economic growth by fostering a robust value chain that benefits farmers, processors, herders, distributors, and consumers alike. Let me take advantage of the presence there. Thank the former executive governor of Kano State and the chairman of All Progressive Party, Abdullahi Ganduje, for assembling the best minds and experts to find solutions, convening the National Conference on Livestock Reforms and Mitigation of Associated Conflicts in Nigeria in February last year. The far-reaching recommendations in their report informed our decision to constitute and inaugurate this Presidential Committee on the Implementation of Livestock Reforms and seize a great opportunity to better the lives of our people rather than the conflict-promoted agenda. It is our renewed hope, and I believe that hope is here. Try to see a great opportunity for wealth in a situation that is very confusing. I must mention here that I've discussed a number of occasions with the governors the need to see this opportunity, seize it, then run with it. From here, are we at this junction? Are we appealed to remove every taint of partisan politics from it? Assume the chairmanship of the committee as the president, and appoint Professor Tairu Jega as my deputy or co-chair, and as Dr. Gaduji, we say thank you, just remove yourself, so that any taint of politics in this environment will be erased completely. This is not about politics. This is about a
nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
Honestly, you see? So job for the boys, the job of a ministry, okay, is what they are actually like sharing there. And you know what that means, Abi? Yeah, so the committee will need some money so that they can help to the livestock, the how to convince some of you that we are the committee representing the president. So we believe that the Ruga land in your own state, it is time for us to start to begin to set it up. The Ministry of Fulani Bandits are ready to come and build the Ruga. You don't even need to build the Ruga anymore. The Ministry of Livestock will come and build it for you. Are you paying attention? I know it's supposed to kind of get you more angry. That's what somebody said. They said that when they sent Mayegun's diary video to their loved ones, especially in Nigeria. They said they don't like watching Mayegun. I said, why? So we don't like watching him because watching him is like, we always get you angry. And when you get angry, you're going to go after these guys and they don't want to go after them yet. You know? So that's how much it is to sit there and watch